Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Going to do another video for you guys. This one we're going to go through a bunch of updates. We're going to talk about these miners. A lot of these miners that are coming up, popping up out of nowhere. And it kind of reminds me of the lending platform days, or maybe, much more recently, the swaps. If you guys remember, on Binance Smart Chain, there was so many swaps that were coming out. Every single day there was one or two that were coming out, and people were jumping into them because they wanted to be first. Kind of reminds me of that. Not that that's a bad thing or a good thing. It just is what it is. At some point, though, as I mentioned yesterday, we we run the possibility of getting spread too thin. So that's something that is going to be very interesting to see if that happens or not. I'm also going to talk about some of these passive platforms. I haven't talked about some of them in a while, and some of them have some pretty significant updates that you need to be aware of if you are in, or maybe you're thinking about getting in. There's a couple of changes that are coming to these platforms that I want to make you aware of. So that being said, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Of course, everything I talk about on my channel is risky, so only put in what you can afford to lose. If you do decide to go in, it's important that you do your own research, guys, because I'm not giving you any type of financial advice. So again, do your own due diligence. Also follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that good stuff. So let's jump right into it, guys. Let's talk about these super Degen 10% a day platforms. I talked about this briefly yesterday. So I've been withdrawing. Actually, I've been withdrawing from all of these miners. So we'll cover that here in a second. But yeah, this one here pays out 10% a day. It's been out for about 40 days now, give or take. I don't know exactly, but someone told me it was out for 40 days. I said 30 days on a video. Someone said, no, it's been out for 40 days. Okay, 30 to 40 days, it's been out. But yeah, the contract seems to be growing still. As you can see here, there's 1,530 BNB. This was at 1,400 and change. So I think it grew by 100 BNB in the last 24 hours. And in prior 48 hours, it went from just under 800 BNB to 1,400 BNB. So, a pretty significant spike in the contract. Not that, not that it makes it any less risky, but if you were going to get in, now's the time. You want to catch these things when they're on the upswing, not when they plateau or are going backwards. You want to get in, when it's getting that momentum. So this one here pays out 10% a day. The risk is 10 days. If you can get in and it runs for 10 days from the moment you get in, then you've broken even. You essentially made 10% a day times 10%. That's 100%. And now everything beyond that is pure profit. The gamble is, will it run for more than 10 days from the time that you get in? That's why you want to get in sooner rather than later, so you can get those 10 days over with, right? If that makes sense. But yeah, this one here is running good. This one also BUSD farm. You can see here, 894. I'm going to collect that. This one here is on BSC, of course. And you can see here that the contract balance has grown to $178,500. So quite a significant jump just in the last 24 to 48 hours alone. This one here, again, a 10% a day contract. So, if you feel froggy and you want to jump and you want to get in on some of these, higher risk end of things, not that, 3% is any less risky, this is something you might want to take a look at, because again, it just launched, a day and a half ago. Okay. Let's talk about BNB Miner. As you can see here, let me connect my wallet. So this one here, blowing past that 7,000 BNB mark in the contract. Very, very cool. This thing is growing like crazy. It's amazing. That, when I first saw this, it was at 700 and change BNB. When I first made a video on it, it was about 800 BNB, and now it's grown to 7,000 BNB. Those of you guys that got in when we first started talking about it, for sure you are in profit. For sure you're in profit, okay? Because it's just this is the OG one. This is the one that kind of all these other ones cloned and splintered off of. But usually when that happens, the main one suffers a little bit because people start taking their dividends from the main one, to get into the different clones. This one hasn't seen that. It's just been constantly and consistently increasing the contract. So that's very, very exciting to see. Yeah, awesome stuff here. You want to get in on this? It's, is it still too early? Is it still too late? Is it still late? Is it early? For me, as long as the contract is on the upswing and it's increasing in, the contract is increasing, it's a good time to get in. Okay, when it starts to slow down significantly and it starts to plateau, obviously common sense tells you that it's probably not the time to get in on this, but this one here consistently is, moving in the right direction. So pretty awesome stuff. Let's talk about this one here. This is another monster miner platform, guys. As you can see here, I have quite a bit in here. I'm going to withdraw that, but there's $1.3 million, just under 70,000 cake is in this contract. Crazy. Let's pull up. Cake, I have 671. So $12,558 worth of cake in here. Yeah, this one here is a monster of a platform, guys. These other clones, even though some of them are doing well, this is the only one, at least from what I've seen so far, that has broken past that $1 million mark in the contract. So yeah, very, very exciting. Some of you guys might be saying, well, how did that happen? Why is that the case? How come some of these other ones aren't hitting that? I mean, logic tells you that, a lot of people are holding on to cake. There was a time where farming on BSC, on Pancake Swap, there was a lot of different swaps that were offering you the ability to farm cake, and people were just sitting on a lot of cake in their wallet. Rather than just have it sitting there in their wallet, a lot of them put that cake into this contract to get that 3% a day. And yeah, very, very, whoever put this together and decided to make a miner with cake, very, very smart move. And those of you guys that got in, very smart move on your part as well. Is it still an opportunity here for you to get in? It's up to you. Just keep an eye on the contract. If it continues to go up, then jump in. But again, do your own research. But yeah, I'm super happy with Cake Miner. Let's talk about BTC Miner. This one here, again, just doing its thing. How much BTC is in here right now? There's 6.867 BTC. Again, 3% a day. So this one here is, kind of just doing its thing, which is great. I put 10K in here. So we're getting what? 3% of that is $300 a day paid to us in BTC. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. Rex Miner, this one here, as you can see here, we have 100, what was that? 11,000 Rex. There's 42,790,000 Rex in here. So very cool. You want to get 3% on your Rex, this is the one to go with. Okay, so this one here doing its thing. Of course, let's take a quick look at what Rex is doing. I had it up here before, but I went to the cake. Let's go to that. So Rex right now is at 1/10 of a penny right now. So not where it was, okay, but it's obviously come up significantly from where it was about 48 hours ago. But again, this is a long-term play. A lot of people are looking at Rex as a long-term play, just like how Hex was, when people were getting in on Hex and during the auction, they were looking at it for down the road. Now, will this do that? We'll see. But when it dips like this, I didn't sell anything. I just kind of just keep doing it, right? Because the price will go up, it's going to go down. That's just the nature of the beast. And if you have diamond hands and you're willing to hold, obviously do what you want to do, but it can pay off holding on to it or even buying and filling up more of your bag when it's down like this. So yeah, you want to get in on Rex Miner, you can. If you need to get your hands on some Rex, feel free to use the auction, get a 10% bonus in the auction. I will leave a link for that down below. Of course, you can stake here on the staking platform. That's also another option as well. I have a bunch of stakes also. And the strategy right now that I'm employing is put these 5 stakes out, get that 14-15% a day, whatever it is. Try to hit 100% as soon as you can, because with 15%, you'll hit that pretty quickly. And then once your stake is at 200% or 300%, you can just scrape, and then just, wash, rinse, and repeat. And just, make your gains doing that. So just playing around with that right now, along with the miner. But yeah, Rex is a long-term play. Still an opportunity to buy. As you can see, it's still pretty cheap right now. Let's talk about, let me get on Matic. Let me jump over to Matic, and then I'll jump back over to BSC. Okay. So yeah, Matic is just super slow. Just just super slow. There's, just the way it is. But yeah, this one here, let's see, 1.35 million hex. So it's a little bit down. It was at about one at the height. It was past 1.4 million. It's at 1.3. So it's a little bit of a dip, but that's okay. I'm not really stressing out about it or anything like that. This one here is paying out 3% a day. It's on Matic. Again, Matic is pretty slow. If you need to get your hands on some hex on Matic, you can use Quick Swap. For me, yeah, if you watched my video yesterday, I was on the ETH miner. I just put 10,000 in this yesterday, 10,000 USD, but I was having trouble over on Quick Swap. What I did was I just went over to polycat.finance and used their exchange. There's a couple of workarounds. There's 1inch. There's a couple of these other swaps you can use on Polygon, but overall, it's just a slow chain. So we'll see what happens. Right now, there's 55 ETH in the contract. So we'll follow this. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pocket my ETH. Again, this is so slow. Yeah, see, look at this. It's still trying to connect. Anyway, I'll come back to this. And I think I'm pretty much gonna stick to BSC with some of these miners. If it's on BSC, it's for me. I'll stick with these two on Matic right now, but for the most part, Matic is just so slow and clunky that, just so, BSC is just so much more smooth. But, that being said, it was the only place I can get into a hex miner, because I wanted to, just get more hex and also get into ETH. So I just sucked it up and did it, but it is a clunky chain. I want to be clear about that. Let me switch back over to BSC. Let's talk about some of these other BSC platforms. Boom, see how fast BSC is? Let's talk about Drip, guys. Drip, the price of Drip is at $11, which is great. This one dipped all the way down to $7. It's back up over 11 bucks right now as I'm making this video. So yeah, this is very, very good news, man. There's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be peaks and valleys. It's going to go up and down. Obviously do what you need to do. If you need to sell, then sell. If you need to, whatever you need to do. It's your funds. And of course, everyone has a different strategy. But when it dips, as it did the last couple of days, and you want to buy that dip, it does definitely pay off when the price recovers. Not that it's always going to recover, but from what we've seen with Drip, it's always kind of bounced back after a couple of days. But that being said, this one here, it's still doing its thing. Very, very awesome stuff here. If you want to jump in and use my buddy address, I will leave a link down below. And yeah, make sure you're connected to me, so when I do airdrops and such, you will qualify to receive them. Okay. But yeah, Drip is doing its thing. Very excited to see what these farms people are talking about in the Telegram. Supposedly Forex Shark is going to be announcing these new farms. So we'll see what happens on that end. And yeah, I was going to say something, but you know what? I'll wait, because I don't think it's my place to talk about, a possible upcoming thing coming with Drip. But anyway, we'll talk about that if and when that happens. Let's talk about crypto future. Pretty significant change right here. They are changing the withdrawal, how you can withdraw. So before they were allowing people to withdraw daily, and now what they're doing is they're changing it up a little bit, supposedly for the sustainability and long-term of the company. So your binary and your quick start bonus, you can withdraw every single Monday. And then your residuals and daily income, you can withdraw first day of each month. So as you build your passive payouts, you just build it up in your wallet, and then at the first of every month, you can withdraw that. So you got to withdraw it on the first of every month, otherwise you're assed out until the next. You got to wait another 30 days. As far as your affiliate commissions, like your binary pay and quick start bonus, every Monday, okay, every Monday, you'll have the opportunity to withdraw that. So you can withdraw that weekly. So just keep that in mind. They're changing up the withdrawals and how it works. Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? I'll leave that for you to decide. For me personally, I don't really like when, platforms make these changes. I've just been around for too long. I've seen a couple of things happen. I'm not saying that it's going to happen with crypto future, because so far it's working. So, it's working, and, this doesn't really phase me too much because I was withdrawing once a week anyway. But just be aware that they are changing the ability to withdraw, the frequency of how you can withdraw. Other than that, the platform is working. But yeah, just a quick heads up on crypto future. Elevate Pass, this one here is still doing its thing. Weekly payout, they just paid out yesterday. Ether Connect. Now with Panda Inu, let's take a quick look at Panda Inu. So far, the round 3 is pretty much kind of slowed down significantly. It's at 10% right now. So we'll see what happens. If they call an audible and they say, you know what, we're not even going to go to, the end of this. We're just going to cut it right here and we'll move into the public sale. I've seen ICOs and IDOs do that before. Will they do that? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and watch. But other than that, the withdrawals are working. If you go to your ECC dashboard and you want to withdraw, you can withdraw from it. You click withdraw, you withdraw your ECC over to PancakeSwap, right? You can see here, I've withdrawn it to PancakeSwap. I have about 2.13 BNB worth of ECC. I'm going to go ahead and swap that out. There is a price impact on that, but you can withdraw from there. So some people said, hey, you know what? I can't withdraw out in Ethereum anymore. Yeah, you can. Right now, you got to withdraw your ECC out to your BSC wallet. Go to PancakeSwap and withdraw it out. If you want to use KuCoin, you can also use that as well. Do it right here. You go ahead and withdraw it. Same price impact. But that's what's going on with Panda Inu. So again, we'll see what they do with that. If it isn't really moving, they might call an audible. We'll see. I wasn't in on the EIFI private sale, so I don't know what they did and what happened with that. That was their first coin that they came out with outside of ECC. If you guys were in EIFI, leave a comment down below. If that happened towards the end, that it kind of slowed down as well. But we'll see what happens. Again, it's a total degen play. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully something comes up. I know they're talking about NFTs and Panda NFTs and all sorts of stuff. Before we even talk about that, or I even take a look at that, the private sale has to be done. And then if and when that happens, then I'll take a look at whatever they're doing with the NFTs. But I'm not going to get distracted and put money into NFTs when the private sale hasn't even, completed yet, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's what's going on with Panda Inu. Helium, as I mentioned before, if you want to start building your team, I think this one here is a long-term opportunity down the road. Right now, we're just building our footprint. We're building our team. Once all these devices get deployed, and you can have a team of 5 people, 10 people, 5,000 people by the time these devices all get deployed. Think about what can happen for your income. Right now, there's only 3,000 devices deployed and active, and there's already people making 100 grand a month in residuals. So imagine when all of these devices get deployed, the question is how many people you want to have on your team. So we've talked about that before. I'm not going to go into that again, but yeah, I think this is a long-term opportunity. I'm almost done here, guys. Swap it. They are launching their new Legend Pack on October 11th. That Legend Pack is going to have a lot of different features. There's going to be increase in the binary pay. You're going to get more cards. However, it's $10,000. Right now, the Legend Pack is 5,000. Here's what I wanted to tell you guys. If you come in now at the Legend Pack at 5,000, when they switch over to the $10,000 Legend Pack on the 11th of October, you will be grandfathered in with all the perks. So Legend Pack right now at 5,000, you can get grandfathered into that new Legend Pack and have all the features. You're not going to get more cards, but you don't have to get a $10,000 Legend Pack if you want to be a legend. Because again, being a legend in the company, you have different perks, NFTs, all that stuff we've covered before. If you wait until after October 11th, if you want to become a legend, you have to buy the Legend Pack at $10,000. So obviously, smart thing to do, get in at 5,000 right now, get grandfather in at the $10,000, get all those features on October 11th when they switch over, and you're good to go. So just want to give you a heads up on that. And then last but not least, on USwap, they have new staking pools that have zero fee. If you want to jump in on that, you can. Seems like NFTs is where these guys are, they're very, very big on NFTs. But yeah, there are new staking pools that have 0% fee. So I know I covered a lot of stuff, guys. I apologize for running long, but there's just too many stuff to talk about. A lot of these different platforms have things going on, and I wanted to just bring it to your attention. So other than that, guys, hopefully you guys are set to have a great day. Lots of gains to be made. These miners are just killing it right now. Again, the key is to get in early, go heavy if you can early, and get into profit mode ASAP. So that being said, I will leave links for all this stuff down below. Follow me on Telegram. The link for that will be down below as well, of course. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.